Hello, everyone. I'm Katerina. So excited to be here with you. You may recognize that my background has changed slightly. I moved apartments. So hopefully you can hear me and that the connection's good and there's no issues. So let me know if you can hear me. That'd be lovely. And let me know if that sound is too loud. That is my heat. So I know sometimes it can be an issue. Hi, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Thank you. Since you know what I said, that must mean the audio is working, which is fantastic. So just give me a second while I adjust this slightly. I think this looks good. Getting a little bit of a late start today, but let's just go with this. Okay. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for letting me know. That sounds good. Okay. So I assume most of you have done these lives before, but basically free readings for all. Just drop your comment in the chat. Since this is YouTube, it does tend to be a better pace. Better just meaning like there's less people. So I should be able to keep track of the reading queue without having to lean on Mystic Sense admin to feed in questions. So if you just want to drop your questions into the chat, I'm going to do my best to go in order. If I skip you, that means I either missed your message or it's not the type of reading that we're able to do for Mystic Sense. So I do apologize if that happens. If I do skip over your question, I would just recommend you ask a new one, okay? Don't ask the same question twice, because if I skipped it, I probably am just not able to answer it. We can't do medical readings or anything of that nature. We'll keep things a little bit broad tonight, no specific theme. So just ask me anything that's on your mind. Love, relationships, career, abundance. It is a new year, 2021. I think we're all pretty okay with 2020 having passed. And you're also probably sick of hearing people say that, so I'm not going to say that again. Let's just get started, okay? I'm going to be using mostly the tarot. I do have some oracle decks here tonight, mostly romance-related ones, because that tends to be the questions I get the most from everybody. So yeah, let's just jump right in then. So the first question we have here is from Molly Z. Hi, I was wondering if you could tell me if Jake G is interested and if he's going to text me, and if so, when. Hard to give timing questions. Those aren't really my forte, but I can tell you what's going on. Let's just see if he's interested and if he's going to text you soon. Okay? So we'll do two different questions for this one from Molly and ask about Jake. All right. Is Molly going to hear from Jake? And is he going to text her soon? What's going on with Molly and Jake? Okay. All right, Molly. You know, it looks like Jake is having a hard time coming to terms with his feelings. I got the Knight of Cups reversed. So, you know, this is an emotional card. It is about, you know, somebody that's showing up to give an offer. But since it is reversed, what I'm seeing here is general interest in you and the relationship, but a serious hesitation to move forward. So it does seem unlikely that you're going to hear from him anytime too soon. Just let the dust settle. If you guys had an argument or a disagreement or, you know, just something that's creating some tension, I think that he just needs a little bit of time to process what's going on. So just, I would say, like, just leave that one alone for a little while and don't allow it to really take up too much of your headspace. He just needs to process what's going on with him. All right, so the next one is Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. You want a message from your spirit guides? Absolutely. Let's use tarot for that. Okay. All right, Kathleen wants a message from her spirit guides. Kathleen is looking for a message from her spirit guides. Message from spirit guides. All right, so Kathleen, your message from your spirit guides. Oh, this is beautiful. I got the Four of Wands for you. It's very much a celebration and a happy card. So what the spirit guide is asking you to do is to just celebrate those little victories that you've been racking up recently. You might be feeling like you just have to keep go, but they're asking you to relax and just kind of like savor the celebrations that are coming up in your life right now. Appreciate what you have, be grateful. In general, just have a sense of celebration for your life. Things are happy and positive, and they want to remind you of all the good things that are happening in your life. All right, so next one is for Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer was just saying hello. Okay, so next we have Shannon. Okay, Shannon Major says, what is next on my spiritual journey? I'm loving these more spiritual leading questions. This is very nice. I love it when people are actually vested in their spiritual growth and development and come with those types of questions. There's nothing wrong with the day-to-day stuff, actually. Sometimes if you can't get that out of your head, it's hard to focus on the spiritual side. But when we focus on spirituality, a lot of the other things in our life tend to fall into place a little bit more, and we tend to be more at peace. So for Shannon, what is next on your spiritual journey? Okay, Shannon, let's take a look. What's next on your spiritual journey? What is next on Shannon's spiritual journey? All right, Shannon. Okay, Shannon. So for you, I have the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, but reversed. So when I think about a spiritual journey and looking at these cards, what I see with the Queen of Swords is a woman who really knows what she wants. She's very directive and specific. So when it comes to your spiritual journey, Spirit is letting you know that it's in your hands. It's up to you to take control of what's next. So if there's something specific that's been on your mind, maybe it's a new level of connection that you're interested in. For me, as an example, one of the things that I'm exploring in 2021 is how to do astral projection. So let's say there's something that's been on your mind that you want to do. Maybe you want to connect more deeply with your angel guides. Maybe you want to learn how to do something like remote viewing. Maybe you want to learn how to manifest more. What tarot is telling you is that it's in your hands, and it's up to you to decide. So think about what it is that you actually want next in your spiritual journey, and just choose that direction and start to lean into that. Some resources, some mentors, whatever it is that you like. And as a result of that, mysteries are going to be unveiled. The thing that has been kind of like biting at you about like what's next, once you decide what's next, something is going to unfold naturally in your path. It's going to get you even to the next level of what you've decided it is that you want to do. So the power is really in your hands here. It's kind of exciting. Next we have Molly C. All right, so Molly, I think you already asked one question. So Oh, I see. You already asked. You looks like you asked the same question twice. So I already answered that. Okay. Tracy Winkler, can you give me any insight about my love life in a slump? Okay, Tracy. Yes. Yes, we can. Let's take a look at what's going on. I also think we could use the angel romance cards for that. Who can relate to a romantic slump? I think we all can kind of relate to that. Dating right now is not easy. I mean, dating's never been easy, so to speak, but I can see how right now it can even be a little more challenging. So for Tracy, what's going on in your love life? Any insights? All right, Tracy, so actually, you know what I just thought of? I kind of want to do this a little differently than I was originally thinking. All right, Tracy, we're going to do past, present, future. Past, present, future for Tracy. So for Tracy, past, present, future in her love life. Okay. So Tracy, what I'm seeing here is that this is like recent. We're just doing stuff that's not like too far in the past or too far in the future, right? So think about it in terms of like maybe a couple of months. So in the past couple of months, it looks like there was a very serious attraction happening in your life. You may have felt like, oh, I finally found like the one, or you got like really excited about just small gestures or, a gentle attraction, right? But it didn't quite pan out the way you thought. So the current recommendation from Spirit is stay optimistic about your love life. Like, don't allow that slump to really get in too deep into your psyche. It's not healthy. And it honestly, things are going to look up for you very soon. What I have here for future advice is free yourself. This is take control of your life. As you can see, this unicorn is in a seemingly like not a real cage. It's like it could very easily stand up and jump over this fence, right? But it's choosing to stay in this fenced area because it's been trained to believe that it has to stay within these confines. So you don't need to stay inside of the confines of your past relationships or your past, negative experiences. Every new person is a new opportunity. And knowing what it is that you're looking for is also very critical. So free yourself from expectations, free yourself from, putting people in a box too quickly or putting yourself into a box. The optimism is really important. So what you're going to need to do for the next couple of months is work on that optimistic outlook and start to tear down the walls that you may have constructed based on past pain and expectations of what a love relationship looks like. Jennifer is next. Jennifer Jasea. When you're settled, I love a love reading, please. I think my twin flame just left town again. Some guidance on what's next for me, please. Okay. Twin flame stuff can be really frustrating, huh? Especially when we believe or we know that we have met one of those twin flames, but you know what? A twin flame is not a confine. There's also soulmates out there and other people that we can have relationships with. But knowing that this twin flame has left town for a little while, what is going on for you? I think, Jennifer, we're going to also do a past, present, future with the romance cards just to kind of get a little bit grounded and see what's next for you. Okay, Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer, I'm seeing something related to this person, actually. So In the past, with this connection, we have the codependency card. So it might have felt very push-pull, which I know in twin flames can be quite common, especially if you're not quite like ready for that relationship yet. So in the past, and maybe, I don't know why they've left town, but if it is related, part of it is dealing with some of the codependent stuff that's been happening. So the advice for right now is actually to lean in a little bit. Express your love is the card that we got. So go ahead and make the romantic gesture. If there is a gesture that you've been contemplating doing, the cards are recommending that you actually give the gesture a chance and see what happens because of that. So if you've been wanting to send a text or you've been wanting to call, feel free to do that. You don't need to lean back at this time. And in the future, I got the chemistry card. So putting your heart out there a little bit looks like it may turn the situation around. But because we do have the codependency card from the past, the recommendation is to always work on that, right? So don't feel like, this person is your end all be all. I think this person, there's a lot of lessons to be learned and there's a lot of love here. So you should explore that love with this person. But sometimes these toxic behaviors have a bad repeat pattern behavior. So just keep that in mind and just come from a place of like power and love when you do have the conversation with him or her about what's going on. Okay, so I seem to have lost my place. Scrolling back. And we have Cindy, my cousin, that's next. Hi, Cindy. Can I get a love reading? Of course. Let's do a love reading for you, Cindy. And we're going to use tarot. So do a love reading for Cindy. What is going on with Cindy? Cindy and love. What's going on, Cindy? Okay, Cindy, here we go. Cindy, okay. So Cindy, I got 3 reversals for you, which shows that there is a lot of energy kind of going on around your love life right now. Definitely a place that you've been putting a lot of like energy into. But what I am seeing here is that I am seeing that you feel like you have found someone or a possibility of a really strong love connection. You're saying like yes, and you're like breaking down a lot of walls to let somebody in. But I'm getting some caution about breaking down walls and letting in someone too soon is going to cause a little bit of unhappiness and the expectation that you have for this is not going to pan out the way that you expect. I think it's great to be vulnerable and to allow yourself to like lean into love, because sometimes we do put up these walls and we do keep ourselves guarded. But in this instance, with this specific person that maybe you think is the right one, it's going to be a little bit disappointing. So what the recommendation is to keep opening yourself up to love, live in that place of vulnerability, but try and remove the expectations of everything working out in this exact way that you're imagining. And the cards that I'm getting for this, just so you can see, I have the 4 of Cups reversed, which shows a very strong yes, like you're no longer like being indirect or impassionate, lacking passion about what's happening. And I also have the 8 of Swords reversed, which shows freeing yourself, right? but I have the Nine of Cups reversed. So the expectations that are layering on this release that you have is going to end up being disappointing. So do not stop allowing the walls to come down. Do not stop allowing yourself to say yes. Just keep in mind that the first person that comes along, or if you're doing this for a specific person and not for yourself, the motivation and the reason for it is going to end up not working out. I know I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I just want to make that careful, pointed difference between the two. Okay. All right. So next we have India Williams. She says, "Hi, will Paul and I finally get together soon?" Let's see. I'm just going to pull a card for maybe the next week. Let's see if we get together next week. Let's see if we get together the next month. And let's see if we get together in the next 2 months, okay? Since you want soon, I think up to 2 months is probably a good amount of time. Maybe by soon you mean tomorrow. But we'll look at the next few days, we'll look at the next month, and then we'll look at the next 2 months and see if the tarot says it's looking good or not for you guys, okay? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is an overall good sign. So in terms of the next few days, it looks like it's a possibility, but it's not the strongest possibility. I have a coming out of a depression kind of card. I don't mean to use the word depression, but you've just been very sad and anxious about this happening. And it looks like in the next few days, you're going to start to get some cues that he does kind of want to re-engage and get together. And then the advice over the next month is to just sort of let go and just go with the flow. Sometimes we tend to we got the good old Four of Pentacles here. And when he's reversed, it's all about letting go and not trying to have total control over stuff, right? So it looks like it's a slow buildup. And then in about 2 months, it looks like it's a really good opportunity for you guys to get together. So I would say that in general, it looks really positive for you. But the best advice is to not be pushy and to just go with the flow over the next 2 months and let him sort of lead with, the invitation and the asking. Alrighty, so Kathleen, I see you again, but we did have some people that are asking other questions. So if I get through everyone, I'll come back to this other question that you have, which is quite possible because it's only 8:30. All right, so Casper Chalky, can I get a general reading, please? Of course, Casper. Let's see. And I see the Magician said, may I ask a question? If you didn't ask a question yet, of course, that is the intention of these lives. They are free, sponsored by Mystic Sense, which is a wonderful platform. I am on it. You can find me. Look for Katerina and Nina on Mystic Sense to connect with me. But yes, Magician, please ask a question. Whatever you would like, as long as it's not health related. So getting back to Casper, who wants a general reading. Casper. Okay, Casper. Let's look at a general past, present, future. How about that? Okay. All right, Casper. Ooh, that is a messy cut, so I'm just going to reshuffle that one more time. Oof. I do have small hands, but still, that was a messy cut. All right, Casper. life reading, I am seeing a little bit of sadness going on. It looks like in the recent past, there's been a small series of events that haven't quite gone the way you would like. I got the Chariot reversed, which sometimes can indicate, a troublesome situation, just a little bit of like energy just getting kind of mixed up. And, I don't want to get like too specific about, what's gone on in the past, but it's definitely pointing to some challenging circumstances, most likely something physical that's gone on, and that affects like your grounding and your physical well-being, which then does become a bit emotional and mental. Right now, you're dealing with that emotionally. You're very like sad, and you're maybe spending a little bit of time crying. You got the Ace of Cups reversed. One thing to note about the Ace of Cups that I love is that it is the only card in the tarot that shows fresh water. It's not seawater. It has lily pads, which means that it's fresh water. It's not seawater. And when I see the Ace of Cups reversed, it does indicate to me that there's some sadness and some tears that needs to be flowing. But the aces are very much a positive card in general. When they show up, it's just a temporary situation when they're reversed. Very soon, it's positive, happiness, flow, a fresh start coming for you, right? But right now, what we're doing is we're allowing the emotions to flow through us. And what we have for the future for you is patience, which is difficult. Of course, I want to acknowledge that. Who wants to be patient when we're waiting for those blessings to show up? But that's what this is. So there was a challenge in the past when it comes to things that are a little bit more physical and grounding that affect your well-being. But it's coming back, and it's coming back better. What you lost is temporary. You have so much more to gain, and those blessings are just currently growing right now for you. So have some patience, because the fresh start is almost here. Just remain calm, feel the emotions, let them flow, and have that patience for your blessings to grow. Okay. Magician. Okay, I see your question now. Hello, I'm just wondering what type of men that I attract. However, if it goes in order, then I'll just leave my question here, if that is okay as well. Of course it is. You're wondering what type of men you attract. Do you not know what type of men you attract? All right, let's just see what a lot of these men have in common, and see if there's like a pattern that we need to identify. I get the sense that you're not quite into the men that you're attracting. And the root is probably like, why do I keep attracting these men? But I don't want to put words in your mouth. So let's just see what it is that most of the men have in common, which I think is the root of the question. So for the magician, what is the pattern in the men she is attracting, or he is attracting? I don't know their gender. What is the pattern in the magician's attracting men? So, what I'm getting here, the pattern of the men you're attracting are men that are broke. They just keep losing money. Money just falls through their hands. Even if they get a fortune or a good situation, they tend to squander it. And the question is, of course, why? And it's because they embody the spirit of the Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands, when he's in an upright position, is a man of ideas, a man of action. He rallies the troops. He gets things done. The men that you are attracting just don't have very good ideas, and they don't know how to put them into action. So money keeps falling through because they're either bad at investing it, they don't know how to manage their money, they keep putting it into bad things. They might be a gambler. So you have a pattern of attracting men who don't know how to manage an income. That can be very, very aggravating. No one wants to date anyone that doesn't know how to manage money or an income. So that's the current pattern that you have right now with men. Okay. Next question. We're at 8:33, so we definitely have time. If anyone else wants to ask questions, just type them into the chat. That's what it's here for. And I'll get to you in order. If I do skip you, it's either because I can't answer the question or you already asked one that I answered tonight. D. Hi, Katerina. I go by D. I wanted to know if you see if I've already met the man I will marry. Thank you. Okay. All right, D, let's see. If you've already met the man you will marry. This is a simple, easy question. Has D already met the man she will marry? So D, this is a confusing one because what I'm getting here is a yes, but what I'm also getting is that it's a warning. So you have met the man, but I'm getting the Tower card for this. So what it's offering to you is another path. If you do end up marrying this man you've already met, it's not going to go the way that you expect a marriage to go. So the recommendation is to not marry someone you have already met in order to avoid this. All right, next one is Rain. Hi, I was wondering if you could tell me about my future spouse and what they're like. Okay, Rain, let's ask about that. Future spouse and what are they like? Rain wants to know about their future spouse and what they're like. Okay, Rain. Future spouse and what they're Okay, so your future spouse, Rain, I just asked about physical, mental, and emotional. So when it comes to physical, your future spouse is very radiant and very attractive. The kind of person that, draws people in, has good charisma, but it's very much like a mysterious type of appeal. People tend to be very, very attracted to your future spouse because the sense of like mystery and just like a great sense of mystery surrounds this person in a way that just like draws people like a moth to a flame. Mentally, we do have somebody who just has a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas. Kind of confused mentally too, And what I mean by that is just they have so many thoughts that they're not very good sometimes at really articulating everything that they're thinking. So they're definitely looking for a person who can help like read their mind a little bit. And I don't mean like read their mind, like read my mind. It's more just like, you know, having a bit of such a deep mental connection that you're able to like finish each other's sentences, kind of a thing. So definitely we'll know it's a strong connection if you're able to do that. And then emotionally, this person has highs and lows emotionally. Some days they're really good, and other days they're just a little bit erratic. And that can be exciting sometimes, right? It's not like the emotional like change is more about like it's like a fire sign sort of energy where it's just like, yeah, a lot of stuff kind of going on all of the time. So it's like you never quite know what you're going to get, but I wouldn't say it's like toxic emotional energy. It's just like a lot of energy all of the time. You never quite know like which direction it's going to go in. Okay, the next one is, oh, I'm just reading a couple notes from people from the readings before. Jennifer said, you're darn close to following him 2,000 miles away. Wow. Well, yeah, your reading was definitely encouraging that in a way. So definitely have that conversation. Let's see what happens. India says, thank you. We've been best friends for 30 years. And in November, we finally confessed our feelings. We were super busy and asked me to be patient. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense because India, if I remember yours, it's about like, when are we going to get together? So patience is important. And I see Ashley and Gonzalez asking, is this open still? Ashley, I haven't seen your question yet. Maybe if I scroll down, but if you're still here, yes, it's open. We stop at 9 p.m. EST, so that would be 6 p.m. PST. So definitely type in your question if you haven't yet and you're still here. Rahul, hello. Hey, Katerina. I ended up getting blocked by my SP because I was standing up for myself for not wanting to be ghosted or felt like she was taking advantage of me since I was there for her all of 2020. Will she reach back out and unblock me? Rahul, I wonder though, it sounds like there's a lot of pain here and you have boundaries and this person is trying to make you feel like your boundaries aren't important. So I will definitely find out if she will reach out and unblock you, but I think what you did is really good. You got to stand up for yourself, you know? Sometimes you got to have those boundaries in place. But let's just ask a question. You didn't ask me for my opinion. All right, Raul, let's see. Will she reach back out and unblock you? All right, Raul. All right, Raul. What I'm seeing here is she's Queen of Wands. She's actually doesn't care that she's blocked you. She's fine. It's just she's unaffected, and I know that sounds cold, but she's kind of like a little bit of a selfish person in this indication. Okay, so she's sitting pretty, and she's doing okay. And what I see is, yes, she is going to reach out and unblock you, but she sees it as charity. She's putting herself elevated above you. So her reaching out is her being like, here you go, I'm back now. Aren't you so happy I'm here? And then I see the Three of Wands reversed, which just shows any plan, any hope that you had for change not really coming through. Like this is who she is. You know, she has this behavior. So if you're hoping that by her reaching out, that it means she's changing, it's not change to her, it's charity. So it's up to you what you want to do with this information, but it's not going to go the way probably that you're looking for it by us seeing the Three of Wands here. Because for the Three of Wands, when it's upright, it's about like watching the plan unfold. And when it's reversed, it shows the plan not unfolding. Casper, I see you said thank you. It resonated. So happy for that. Okay, great. Ashley Gonzalez. Okay, here you are. Saw my old flame today at the store. He was shocked to see me, but didn't approach me. Will we reconnect? I don't know if he is single. Okay, let's see. Ashley wants to know if her old flame can reach out. Sounds like you surprised him when he saw you in person. Sometimes when you take people by surprise, they don't know what to do. Well, let's see if he's gonna reach out again. Okay, Ashley, is he going to reach out? Ooh, ooh. All right, Ashley. So, you know, it looks like he is single, but it looks like he is enjoying being single. So it looks unlikely that he's going to reach out, but it's not about you. It's about him and his own like inner work. So what I got is the Four of Pentacles. So this shows somebody, they're on a roof. It's most likely their home. You see a city in the background and they're just kind of like guarding their possessions. They're very like controlling of what's going on. So right now he's just really enjoying his own space and just, you know, being alone. You know, he's just like, what's mine is mine. Yeah. And it's reinforced by the Hermit coming up. So right now he's doing a lot of like inner work and reflection. He's just focused on growing his wisdom, and relationships are generally a distraction from that type of work, especially with, you know, men have a hard time kind of balancing a lot of things. So it's just going inward right now. So don't expect him to be reaching out anytime soon, but then we answered your question on whether or not he's single. Jemiah, hey, how does Will feel about me? Thank you. All right, Jemiah, let's see. How does Will feel about you right now? How does Will feel about Jemiah? 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 Okay. So Jemiah, Will does not see a future for the two of you. I have the Two of Cups reversed. So this shows like a general separation. So I'm so sorry to share that, because I'm sure you're asking because you're interested in him, but it just shows that his feelings of connection and romance are not strong for you at this time. I am getting the moon card also reversed. So he is projecting a little bit onto you, some like toxic opinions of women. So he just views you as like a general like type of woman that, you know, people just say like really not nice things about. So yeah, I just don't see you guys getting together, but it's probably for your own betterment, because his view of you is condescending. You know, he's not the type of guy that I think most women should be with, frankly. And I'm sorry if I'm being a little cryptic. I just don't really want to say some of the words that came through to me intuitively. It's not good energy for you. So it's not a loss. It's all. Okay. Raul, I see you added in some extra context to your question. I did do your reading already, so hopefully it resonated. I see you saying she got caught in a wrong crowd and wrong things. She does not view her life that way, however, you know, she likes her choices and is enjoying what she's doing. You know, 2020, I'm sure, was hard, but she doesn't seem to be the type of person who's carrying any types of regrets or has any problems with her behavior, for better or for worse. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's wrong, but the expectation that you are putting onto her isn't going to pan out the way that you're looking for it to. Kelly C says, will I be successful as a singer? Okay, Kelly, let's see what's going on in your career. Should Kelly pursue singing? Is it something that she will be successful at? Should Kelly pursue singing? Is it something that she will be successful at? So Kelly, I'm seeing some good stuff here for you. But what I'm seeing is that for you to be a singer, you need to be part of a group and part of a band. So I have the Three of Pentacles, which shows collaboration and community. And I also got the Eight of Wands, which is a very clear communication. So this is showing to me that your words are very powerful. You definitely have a gift. In order for you, however, to be a successful singer, you shouldn't be solo. You need to be part of a group. Because it's the Three of Pentacles, I do get a feeling that it's probably like a trio of some type. And if it's not threes, it definitely needs to be at least a small crowd. And I would say if it's not three, it's probably 6 people in this collection, but definitely with you as a singer. And you have the gift. So continue to pursue it. Next, we have Kira. Kira says, hey, what are the Scorpio intentions in me right now? What are the Scorpio intentions on me right now? Kira, I have to say I don't quite understand your question, but that doesn't mean I can't still pull some cards and let's just like see what they say. So I'm just going to kind of go with the broad strokes of some Scorpio energy and intentions in general, like, and just see kind of what the cards are telling us. Maybe look at it from like a general reading perspective. Since we are kind of getting close on time, I still want to, give you some insight. Hopefully you're still here. So for Kira, asking about Scorpio intentions. Okay, Scorpio intentions. Okay, Kira. So what I'm seeing here are some social challenges that are coming up. I have the Five of Swords reversed, and what this shows me is there's often some type of like argument or combativeness going on, but neither party is a winner. So if there is someone that's putting intentions on you, or you are sharing intentions of yours, the reality is that you're just kind of butting heads with each other, you versus whoever versus them. It's just not going to pan out in the way that either of you like. So what the cards are encouraging you to do is to make a new choice. Find the balance, find the way that you can maybe meet these people, this person, whatever, in the middle. The power is actually in your hands. The fact that we have this card showing up is just like weighing the options, right? So the encouragement is to take that step, okay? But we also do have the Eight of Pentacles, but reversed. So what's challenging about this is, like, in a way, it's just because it is encouraging you to take some control. What I am seeing is that it's not going to work out exactly the way that you expect, no matter how hard you try. Okay. So there is a sense of like making a choice, but also just acknowledging that any choice that you make can kind of end up in a little bit of a, I'm not going to win. And that person's also not going to win. I kind of want to pull like one more card on this and see if there's any way for anybody to just kind of like come out with a good situation, like it's the right mental approach here. Because now that I'm looking at the story a little bit more closely, it does look like a damned if I do, damned if I don't kind of thing. Like no one's going to be happy. Nobody's intentions or expectations are going to be met. So I just want to get a little bit of like advice for you on how to manage this situation, because it just looks really like stressful and frustrating. So the advice is to lean back. The advice is just to go with the flow. Take a beat. So pushing is a waste of energy. It's not about giving in necessarily, though. It's about just like resting. Don't fight anymore. Let me know if that makes sense. Mostly because what's going to happen is going to happen no matter what you do. So you might as well like reserve your energy for things that matter. I think that's what the message is. It's like, don't fight something. Because no matter what, you're not going to be happy. I think there's the illusion of choice. But it's not real. Gina says, hi, I started randomly thinking about T, who's an aqua, yesterday, and even though I'm over him, is it because he's thinking about me? And so that's how that works. Let's see what's going on with T. All right, is T thinking about Gina? Why did he pop into her head the other day? So T, yeah, it does look like he is thinking about you. I got two swords cards. Those are the air sign of the tarot. And I got the Page of Swords. So it looks like he is interested in taking action towards you. Some issues that he's had, he's worked through them. So he is thinking about you. He may be reaching out to you soon. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chats because I see a few things. Okay. Kelly, Kara, magician. The reading's very accurate. Yeah, I have an idea, but I don't want to know. See, so a magician had asked about what type of men do you attract, and the answer was like poor men who don't know how to manage their money. Yeah, reading is accurate. I have an idea, but I do wonder why. I wanted to see how it shows in the cards. Kira says, I need to chill. It resonated. We had our disagreements, but we're working on it. Thank you. Gogina says, oof. Thank you. I saw Queen of Cups on the bottom. That's funny. You know, a lot of people do the bottom of the deck, but I don't personally like do that part of readings, you know. But if you got a good message from that, then I love that. I love it for you. It's 8:58. If anybody has one last question, drop it in the chat because we technically have like 2 minutes left. I'd be happy to answer one more question if anybody has one. But if not, I'm going to do just like a quick general reading for the group that was here. Okay, I'm just going to pull out like one card as, you know, some energy or message as we all go about the rest of the week into the weekend. Okay, so our card, this came up earlier with one of the readings. We have the Three of Wands for the rest of the week. So this is letting us know that some things are just not going to go as planned, right? There's a little bit of chaos in the energy and in the air. So when those things do happen, when things don't quite go as planned, just remember that our plans aren't always in sync with what the universe has planned, or what we have planned and what we expect to happen is not as good as what we have coming for us, right? Or maybe things not working out the right way is part of the master plan in order to actually get what we're really seeking, needing, desiring, wanting, what have you. Every shut door is a new open door somewhere, right? Every little issue is building us into the person that we're meant to be. So with that, I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. First Mystic Sense reading in my new space. It's very white and gray. I hope to add a little bit of color to it for the next time that we are together, but this is a pleasure as always. So thank you everyone and have a wonderful rest of your week and 2021.